Bristleback.
Faceless Void.
Maybe that's the reason why we are seeing so many Lich. Like, he's just kind of good against some of the more common picks nowadays. Bristleback in particular, a lot of his damage output will be limited by the Frost armor.
10 seconds
Snagged up by
remaining.
Newbee. This has also been a very popular pick. Obviously,
5 seconds
Frosty.
remaining.
prize on top of Chronosphere. Got things covered there. Team fight is certainly secure for Newbee. Cloud9 obviously great in its own right. But still, the laning setup is open for discussion here. Is this a Void? Is it an off mix? Is it a safe lane Void? We've certainly seen a fair amount of that. It's still, to me, unclear how they want to set this up. And most importantly, perhaps, life is the Lich. So many lives to ruin, but only one lane to go to at a time.
Many people will be put into what's the bottomless pit? Is that the how the lore goes? Put them in his coffin.
The bottomless pit.
Yeah. The one thing that is for sure is that a lot of the teams coming out from China, your LGDs, your LFYs, they love the pairing of Faceless Void plus Ancient Apparition. We've seen that earlier today by LFY, but Faceless Void plus the Lich ultimate is also a very potent combo. We are going to see Night Stalker coming out from Cloud9.
So it is... Well, actually, yeah, so
remaining.
support
Night Stalker.
Supports...
5 seconds remaining.
It's a 5-position Zeus.
Cloud9.
Yeah, I guess it could be... Okay, so I think it's Fada Puck mid.
Here we go.
Ah, the Shamble of Bones.
Yep.
This is the undead strat. Pugna's here, Lich is here. Just need a White Walker to round this thing out. But, yeah, so it looks like probably a Fada Puck, support Zeus Night Stalker, and then... But I mean, again, I'm spitballing here, Livy. They could certainly put, other heroes in the off lane.
5 seconds remaining.
A lot of flex picks for Cloud9.
So right before this game, I was checking on some of the hero statistics, and Night Stalker coming into this tournament is one of the highest picked heroes. You pick him kind of first phase always, or first phase ban rather. And he's currently like 1 in 5 or 1 in 4 in this tournament. So that to me reflect how teams are kind of evaluating this hero, and moving forward, maybe this hero, you're not going to first phase him anymore. Cloud9 definitely is kind of delaying their picks.
Yeah, I love the Pugna as far as shoring up a lot of Newbee's issues this game. They
10 seconds
do
remaining.
not have much push. The Pugna helps with that. The ward is amazing against many of these
5
heroes.
seconds remaining.
However, it's squishy, and Cloud9 have a lot of good heroes at jumping him. Lots of good burst damage from the Zeus, good initiation from all 3 of the other supporting casts. So, like on paper, the Pugna feels like it could either be amazing or a complete feeding train wreck, and I'm curious to see.
I think Pugna as a hero, Pugna as a hero always feels like that, right? Like he could have the Superman game that we just casted. Super went like 13-2 by the end of the game, or you could just be like 0-7 by 10 minutes because he is so squishy. So laning will be a telling tale of how the game will go.
All right, so
Cloud9's turn to pick.
make their final selection. It
There you
is
go.
the Bristle boss, so now you've got the Pugna Cine green goodness that keeps him healthy. And by the way, how the hell is Pugna?
He's got them horns, dude.
I guess it's
The pop
supposed to-
collars?
I think they're like
Seconds
supposed to be in
remaining.
like a V formation here, like Bristleback's actually behind.
Okay,
but I'm not,
okay.
I'm
5
not sure.
seconds remaining.
Yeah, I'm not
But even
sure
so, I mean, the guy's like 2 feet tall. Surely he's not bigger than a giant porcupine mutant.
Is Puck considered also very tall, or is he just cheating?
He's definitely floating. That's for sure.
Final pick here for Cloud9. Oh, we are gonna be in for a long one.
Oh boy.
But here's the thing, Pugna is well equipped dealing with Naga illusions. You get the Ags on him, he's got no problem.
So the
taking
real
down.
question is, did Newbee grab some caffeine before this match? Because they might need it. Of course, I feel like Newbee could potentially be well prepared to deal with this type of strategy, Lumi, because they've got heavy push here. Bristleback, a great frontline sieger. Pugna, good at bringing those towers down quickly. And then a supporting cast that can hopefully find those pickoffs and set up for the push. You also have Frost Armor, so if it comes to like trying to split push or trade for Cloud9, that's going to be tough going, especially with the reduced damage that illusion nowadays.
They are good at grouping
10
up and kind of
seconds
pushing
remaining.
into your base, but are they good at dealing with
5
illusions
seconds
cutting
remaining.
in the wave in the back?
Pugna with an eggs.
Yeah.
But then you
Pugna
also
with the BOTs and Eggs. Is
Pugna
kind
with
of,
eggs, BOT, and like a blink or something. So you can't really get around fast.
I mean, Kaka, in theory, should be able to find Envy and then pop his Spike Carapace, get off a stun, and set off an initiation on him. But Envy has played against this particular catch for a long time, so don't be surprised if he turns off his Radiance from time to time to maneuver around the map and not get caught by a Spike Carapace gank.
Man, so thought it was going to be an SCCC Pugna. Now they're all swapping around, so Newbee trying to hide their cards as long as possible. But here we go. Cloud9 certainly looking for a win. They had a tough opponent to start the day off with OG. Overall thoughts, Lumi, on the draft? I guess first of all, you know, how do you see like the timings and the kind of the game plans for these teams, big picture, and then, you know, perhaps more importantly, who do you think has the edge?
I think Newbee definitely has the edge. They have, to me, a more kind of concrete game plan. Just do well in the lane and then just push. Put a lot of pressure. And I feel like this Cloud9 lineup takes a long time to come online. It is a Naga lineup to begin with, and also you have a 5-position Zeus support that doesn't offer much of anything. It's not great at laning. It's not great for the early skirmish and fights. The Sand King, to me, is going to have to do a lot for Aoi. We'll see if he is able to do so.
Well, it's Greed with a capital EE to get this game one started. Newbee, meanwhile, looking for a bit of a more stable lineup. They are going to ultimately choose to have SCCC take the bristle back, and it's going mid. At least for now, be showing himself up towards the top lane.
30
Lane
seconds
adjustments here. We were seeing a lot of the bristle mid. The safe Pugna, though, that's something we haven't really seen in a long time. I think TI4 era, the safe lane Pugna was very popular, actually, because you could pull, get the double wave with the catapult, and then push your safe lane tower super hard, but I can't recall having seen a whole lot of it. So.
You know, TI4 era, anything that could push is a very popular pick.
Yes,
because
by the end of the tournament.
Yeah,
that's true.
Well, this is one of the advantage of having a safe lane, or rather a support Zeus, because he could just start walking around bolting, and he does find one of the wards on the bottom. He will tangle it immediately. And
not going to be a 5 position for long.
Yeah. He knows that this is also blocked, so he's going to just bolt it. Highlight die.
Save that money on...
Pops up a very early clarity.
Are you trying to put ideas in?
We are actually mind-linked, so...
Mind-linked?
He's already got the idea.
Well, better be mind-linked to Pi, I think, than it. Might go a little crazy if I can.
Scientists are baffled. He does have a clarity going. I'm not sure exactly for what, but he is bolt away.
Alright, so let's see how these lanes are shaking out. They are initially putting the Lich bottom. I know that's something we were curious about. Faith getting aggressive here. So it is the Void Lich dual lane up against an unconventional Zeus Naga. Mid lane, it's going to be a Puck versus Bristle, and then in the off lane, the double melee cluster of MSS and Aoi matching up against the safe lane Pugna. Do you favor either laning setup here? Any adjustments you would want to see?
To me, I think the Sand King is very stranded. What lane is he actually going to have an impact? He can't really zone out Kaka. He can't really roll mid and set off ganks. So to me, he's just leeching the experience at the top lane. Maybe once the first Nightfall comes, MSS roams off the lane and he could get a little bit of experience. But Sand King to me is the MVP early on for Cloud9 because he needs to actually kind of tie the early game together for Cloud9, and I don't think he's able to do so given the lane matchups.
We're giving out MVP awards already?
Rather, he's the most important player for the team. Meanwhile, in the jungle, two supports.
Man fight! Man fight! Faith takes it.
One person into the bottomless pit.
Get in the coffin.
There you go.
Actually, this set, is that a coffin? That's more of like a tarp. This Lich doesn't like getting wet, I guess. Nicely done there. And really unfortunate when, as you mentioned, you are a hard support Zeus. Things looking good early for Newbee in the off lane, Bristleback lane as well in the mid lane, and that is going to change as Aoi drives by, finds the kill with the haste turn.
Proving me wrong immediately. I was thinking that he can't actually force a kill mid, but it looks like Vado was able to do a very good job at kind of driving him low enough to make that Burrow Strike with a haste rune for a kill.
KP playing pretty aggressively here on Envy, who is struggling in the farm department as you'd expect against the Lich. Guess this far, and when you've got a lineup that's quite greedy, Lumi, like often you want the Naga to have that good start so she gets you know, the early Radiance, and then she kind of creates space for the rest of the team to farm by pushing the lanes out. But the longer it takes Envy to come online, the longer, you know, his comrades are really going to suffer here and struggle to find their own form.
Yeah. Also, it's not just about the last hits. Naga's level is actually quite critical as well. Getting to level 12 to have more access to the Song of the Siren, to escape gangs and stuff like that is very key as well. He's supposed to be the quote-unquote counter to KP's Chronosphere, right? So him getting the more usage out of his song is absolutely critical for them winning this game.
Despite the death, that's Triple C. Still doing all right in the mid lane. Kaka is getting a bit pressured. But in good news for Newbee, Mugi is doing just fine. This is the nice thing about the Nyx. He's a good damage sponge and frontliner for that. Very, very squishy. Put up something on the mid lane. Triple C, but he's got the 2 points in Bristleback now. It'll be pretty tanky. It's bottom lane where Envy takes a bit of a hit. Faith just constantly canceling these clarities with Twilight Die. I think he's able to like 3 or 4 of them at this point. Very mana dependent, starved even, until Envy is able to, I don't know, at least get the Aquila. He's really gonna topped off.
As the lanes kind of settle in like this, I'm just wondering how Cloud9 could actually, you know, stay on even footing. Bottom lane, Envy's having a tough time. He's actually racing towards a rune here. Faith is gonna deny it, and now Envy caught in a very awkward spot. SC's coming in. He doesn't have Nasal Goo just yet, but the body blocks are coming out. Pilai Die trying to rescue his friend.
This Lich just man-moding into 2 heroes, trying to body block for his Bristleback. Lich